Hello everybody, this is KenVG207 and welcome to another Mario Kart video. Today, May 1st, 2019, marks the first day of the new Japanese era, Reiwa. So to commemorate this special date, I decided to continue the Language Oddities series. In today's video, I'll be comparing the Japanese and English versions of Mario Kart DS. Specifically, we'll be looking at the translations of the track names. Since Nintendo is a Japanese company, the English course names are actually a translation of the Japanese names, done by Nintendo's localization team. I'll be looking at the differences in the translations and explain them. Keep in mind that I'm not even close to fluent in Japanese. I will try to pronounce the Japanese names to the best of my abilities, but there will be slight mistakes in pronunciation here and there. But anyway, let's get started. We'll start with the Mushroom Cup courses. Mushroom Cup in Japanese is Kinoko Kappu. Kinoko is the Japanese word for mushroom. Here it is written in katakana, one of the three Japanese writing scripts. Besides katakana, there exist hiragana and kanji. Hiragana and katakana are simply pronounced as syllables, with katakana used mostly for foreign borrowed words. Kanji, on the other hand, are drawings that simply convey a meaning without showing how it's pronounced. I'm getting sidetracked, so let's continue. Usually you would see the word kinoko in its kanji form, but Mario Kart DS's track names in Japanese don't use kanji. This is because Mario Kart DS is rated all ages, or Zero A, by the Japanese Computer Entertainment Rating Organization, basically ESRB for Americans or PEGI for Europeans. This means that the game should be understood by all Japanese children, including those who haven't yet learned a lot of kanji at school. Enough about the cup title, let's go over the track names. Figure 8 Circuit, Eito Cross Circuit. As you can see, this track name mimics English pronunciation through the Japanese syllables. The track would have been called 8 Cross Circuit, but the localization team decided to change 8 Cross to Figure 8. The new name does sound a bit nicer to me, so I'm happy with this change. Yoshi Falls, Yoshi Falls. This track name stayed the same in English as it is in Japanese. Cheep Cheep Beach, Puku Puku Beachy. The beachy is obviously just beach. Puku Puku is the Japanese name for the Cheep Cheep in the Mario games, making the name essentially the same in both languages. Puku Puku is also an onomatopoeic word that means the word conveys a certain sound for something that sinks or rises in water while bubbling. Japanese does have words for beach, which would be umi or hama. Interestingly enough, Nintendo chooses to just use English instead of Japanese words for most of the track names. Luigi's Mansion, Luigi Mansion. Once more, this track's name is basically the same in both languages, with the exception of the apostrophe S not existing in the Japanese name. Funnily enough, mansion is a Japanese word which means condo or apartment. Let's continue right away with the Flower Cup, or as it's called in Japanese, Furawa Cup. The word flower is hana in Japanese. Desert Hills, Sansan Sabaku. This name is entirely different from its English counterpart. Sansan is supposed to be sun, probably because of the angry sun being part of the track. Sansan also exists as a word in Japanese, meaning bright, so it seems to serve double duty. Sabaku is written like this in kanji, and is the Japanese word for desert, so we could say the track's original name is Sun Desert. Delfino Square, Monte Town. Monte here is the Japanese name for a pianta from the Mario franchise, so the Japanese name of the course would be Pianta Town. For some reason, Nintendo's localization team decided to change the name of the track to highlight its location, Delfino Island, instead of its inhabitants, the Piantas. Waluigi Pinball, Waluigi Pinball. Another track of which the name wasn't changed during translation. Shroom Ridge, Kinoko Ridge. Here we see Kinoko again, which we know stands for mushroom. This was altered to a shortened shroom for the English version. Ridgeway stands for ridgeway. This word was changed to just ridge, so the original Japanese name would be Mushroom Ridgeway. The game's third cup is the Star Cup, pronounced Star Cup in Japanese. Once more, Nintendo chose to go with English instead of using the Japanese word hoshi. DK Pass, DK Snow Mountain. As you can see, the original Japanese name would be DK Snow Mountain, but this was changed to DK Pass. Tick-Tock Clock, Tick-Tock Clock. The Japanese title of this course combines the word Tick-Tock, the tick-tock sound of a clock, with kuroku, an approximation of the English word clock with the Japanese syllables. This combines to Tick-Tock Clock. I love the pronunciation of this one. Mario Circuit, Mario Circuit. Once again, this track's name didn't change during its localization. Airship Fortress, Kira Ship. This one's interesting. Kira stands for killer, which is the Japanese name for bullet bills in Mario games. Ship is supposed to be ship, so the Japanese title of the course would be Bullet Bill Ship. This name was obviously chosen because of the bullet bills that zoom past you on the first part of the course. I don't know why this name has changed, but I personally find Airship Fortress sound better. The final cup in Mario Kart DS is the Special Cup, known as Special Cup in Japanese. Wario Stadium, Wario Stadium. This track's name didn't change much, but in Japanese, the word for stadium is pronounced as stadium, with a G sound instead of a D sound. Peach Gardens, Peachy Garden. This track's name also stayed mostly the same, with the Japanese using the singular garden and the English using the plural gardens. Once more, Nintendo stuck with English instead of using the Japanese word for garden, niwa. Bowser Castle, Koopa Kyasuru. Koopa is the Japanese name for Bowser, and Kyasuru is how you would say the English word castle in Japanese, so both languages use the same name. Rainbow Road, Rainbow Road. We end this video with another track that was already pronounced similarly to its English counterpart. That wraps up this look at the Japanese track names from Mario Kart DS. I hope you found this video interesting and learned something from it. Let me know what you thought in the comment section down below. If you're interested in other videos like this, I've got a similar video on Mario Kart Wii's track names. Click the card in the top right of the screen to watch that. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video.